So this video is called Why Your Offer Currently Doesn't Work, and the two things you probably didn't know, which is the reason why your offer probably isn't working. So just a quick introduction about myself. My name's Akil, the owner of Astra, as well as the host of the Visionary Voices podcast. We ran multiple campaigns over the last kind of few years. We've got some incredible results. For example, the top left, we booked over 50 meetings in 30 days, which is an absolute joke. And so we've learned a thing or two about when it comes, offers, cold outbound, and all these different things as well. Not only that, through the podcast, we've spoken to people at the very top of their game, such as Elliot, who has generated over 100 million for his clients over the last 3 years in terms of revenue. We've spoke to Ali, who's generated and actually spent 20 mil on advertising over the last few years as well. And so through all these conversations and our own experiences, we've learned a lot of lessons along the way. And so that's what this video is about how to actually make your offer work, because I've been there where you're doing a lot of cold outbound, you're not getting people across, you're not converting people, and this is probably the reason why you're not doing that. So firstly, what is an offer? So I define an offer as really two things, right? We have the core offer and then we have the micro offers. So the core offer is the final thing we sell, the main driver of what the business actually is. If you're a web design agency, then your core offer is going to be building a website, right? Now, micro offers are also incredibly important. And what micro offers do, and I spoke about this a little bit in the last video about the buying journey and everything like that, but I'll just run through it quickly and keep it super top level for you. So this is an example of the buyer journey of our customer. At the very start, they're not problem aware. They don't understand there's a problem. They don't understand what solutions there are. At the very end, when they're converting, they understand the problem in their business well. They understand the solution very well as well. And so then they're ready to convert and become a client or a customer. And so what we can do is that with micro offers, it allows us to push people along this buying journey. Because I mentioned in the last video that when people are going through this journey here, there's two things happening. They're becoming more problem aware, which is what I just mentioned, and more solution aware. And so that is what their journey looks like. Now we can have micro offers, and micro offers are just other offers that aren't our core offer. We can have micro offers to help push them along this journey, making them more problem aware, making them more solution aware. And so think about it, if there's like a car on the road and you're behind it, pushing it, that is our role as a marketer, as a salesperson, as a business owner, to push our customers along this journey, make them more problem aware, make them more solution aware, and then hopefully at the very end, they convert with us and actually become a client. So I wanted to throw that in there about those two types of offers, because what I'm about to speak about applies to all type of offers. So core offers, micro offers, whatever it is, these two concepts will apply to it. And just on that note, where do we even use offers? So we use offers everywhere. If you're a marketer, if you're a salesperson, if you're a business owner, whatever, you use offers in pretty much everything you do. Because if you really think about it on the micro level, even you outreaching to someone and sending them a connection on LinkedIn or whatever that looks like for you, even that is an offer, right? You're trying to get them to do something and convert, and that's taking them one step closer on this journey towards becoming more problem aware, more solution aware, and then obviously a final client as well. And so you use offers everywhere. And so it's very important that we understand these two concepts, which I'm about to break down, because this will also impact even those ones, to be honest with you, as well. So the two concepts I want to break down is demand generation and demand capture. And this ultimately is the biggest driver of your results, especially via cold outbound. You see a lot of people going in with a demand capture offer, doing a ton of cold outbound and trying to figure out why isn't it working. And if it does work, it's converting at like 0.0001%. And they're like, what's going on? And so this is probably what's going on right now. You're currently pushing out the wrong type of offer. So demand generation, right? Demand generation is where the customer right now, the lead, the buyer right now, they don't understand that there's a problem in their business and what the solutions are right now. Okay, that is what it is. And so what we need to do as part of our offer, we go up to them and we say to them, this is the problem you have in your business. This is the solution for it. Would you like it, yes or no? And so we're generating the demand. We're showing them, we're kind of pulling the wall, away from their eyes, and so they can finally see their problem that they have and the solution as well to that. So we're generating that demand for whatever it is that we're presenting to them. So if, for example, you have a lead magnet, let's say, for example, you have a case study that you want to show them about, all this type of stuff, then you can go to them and be like, look, here's a case study which resulted in X more revenue for this type of business. I think you can find a lot of value from it. Would you like it, yes or no? We're generating demand for the micro offer of our case study, right? Which then in essence pushes them along this buyer journey, right? Because now they're becoming more problem aware, more solution aware along the buying journey. So that's what demand generation is. Now, demand capture is where they are problem aware, it's where they're solution aware. And so we need to go out there and we need to capture their demand, right? And so platforms that allow you to do this are things like Google Ads, right? Where Google Ads, there's a level of intent because they've got to search in that they're looking for something. And then if we're ranked at the very top, then we can capture their demand. And so that is an example of demand capture. They've already got the want of the thing, and so they're going out and searching in all these places, and we're just there to capture that demand itself. So I hope that makes sense between the two. Now, just to give you some more context to this, typically what you'll find is demand generation happens at the very, the first kind of 60% of this buying journey itself. We need to go out there, we need to really generate the demand for our thing, especially if in like the B2B service like space and things like that. And then towards the very end is when we need to then capture that demand. So in the B2B world, let's say, for example, we could have all these different lead magnets, up here, pushing them across up through this buying journey. And then at the very end, we need to be there to capture their demand when they're really problem aware, when they're really solution aware. We need to be the ones generating and capturing that demand as well. So to give you some context and some examples of this, because I know I might just throw in a lot of words at you and you're just like, what the hell's going on? I don't know what you're on about. So let me give you an example. And what we're going to do here is we're going to convert a few different businesses, and we're going to show what a demand capture offer is and what a demand generation offer is as well. And so you get the context to what it is that they are. So let's take a web design agency or web development agency. So a demand capture offer, right, would be we can build a website for you. That's it. Now, a demand generation offer would be we would say to them, and we can outreach to them as well, which is the beauty of it. We can say, we notice we're getting 100,000 visitors on your website, and we can guarantee an increase of 10% on your conversion rate on your website, which will result in X amount of revenue being generated for your business. Would you be interested and open to learning more about this? So what we're doing then is that we're generating demand for the thing that we can do for them. An example of like legal, let's say, either we can sit and wait and we can wait until someone has a legal problem or a legal question, and then we jump in and we have our Google Ads up and all these different things, and we capture that demand there. Or we can generate that demand. So an example of a demand generation offer could be, we're looking at your terms and conditions on your website. We notice a few things which you haven't covered. If you don't cover these things and people actually spot this, then it can cost you X amount in legal fees. I would love to show you what this is. Are you open to that? Yes or no? We're generating the demand for that offer itself. Accountancy, similar thing, right? Where people can either, you wait for someone to need to, use an accountant, for example, their tax returns coming up or whatever it's going to be, and there's demand there, and we can just capture that demand, or we can generate that demand. So, for example, a new business has been set up. You can outreach to them saying, notice you set up a new business, congratulations. By the way, we have this free software, this free tool you can use to track all your expenses and your receipts, so you can hit the ground running with it and make sure everything's in order as you get started. Would you be open and interested to learning more about it? So we can then generate the demand for them for accountancy, for example. So those are just a few examples of what it is. Now, the reason why you're probably not seeing the conversion rates you want within your cold outbound, within your advertising, within any type of marketing that you're doing, is because you're not understanding that you're running maybe a demand capture offer to the wrong type of audience, right? And so you see it all the time. People in the web design side of things, and I can speak on this quite well because I have a web design agency as like a second business, and with web design, it's very much is a demand capture type of business, especially if you're doing fully bespoke sites and all these different things. And so people in the web design world do a ton of cold outbound, but we'll see very, 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 very low conversion rates. Now, it's not that you will never convert someone, you will convert some people, because some people are already in the mindset that they need a new website and whatever it's going to be. But typically you'll find that the conversion rate will be very, very low. But if you switched it to a demand generation offer, then you'll see an increase in the conversion rates because we're generating more demand for that thing. I spoke about in the last video that at the very end of our buying journey, that only 3% of people are at this very, very end point here. And so a demand capture offer, you're capturing only 3% of the market, right? 3% of people that understand, their problem aware, their solution aware, they're ready to buy right now. And what demand generation allows us to do, it allows us to target everyone else that's here as well, which means that then we can get, better conversion rates, and we're targeting a bigger market. Therefore, we get better results, which means we make more money as business owners. So that was a quick video about what a demand capture offer is, what a demand generation offer is as well. I hope that makes a lot of sense. This is something for me which it took a long time to get my head around. I mean, I sent out like 100,000 cold emails before a couple of years ago. Didn't really work. And the reason why is because I was trying to capture demand rather than generate demand. And so conversion rates were naturally very, very low. Switched it now. I generate demand rather than just capturing demand through cold outbound. And therefore my results is 10x and it's done really, really well. And again, that is how we're able to get such good results for clients and people, is because we can generate demand for the micro offer or the core offer that we're trying to do. And therefore we can engage them and get high conversion rates. And again, it's high conversion rates in a bigger market overall. I hope that makes sense. Let me know if you understood that clearly. Let me know if maybe I should go a bit slower with these things or dumb it down a little bit more, because I know with the marketing and tech and everything, you can get very wordy with things. So let me know if I need to bring it down a notch and make it easier to follow. Very new at doing these types of videos, so let me know in the comments. Let me know on LinkedIn as well. I'm relatively active on LinkedIn, so you can shoot me a message and connection, and I will connect with you. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe it, and we'll see you in the next one.